Hello everybody, it's Bob McCracken. Today I'll be taking you on a spectacular tour of the village of Niantic, Connecticut, situated here on Long Island Sound between Old Saybrook and New London. Main Street starts with the historic Morton House Hotel, and one of the things we like about Main Street is that it's populated only by small locally owned businesses. Here's a family pizza place, and of course the necessary liquor store, and beyond the Black Sheep Pub, and further along the Main Street Grill and many other small businesses. Here you can see the downtown Book Barn, the Ye Old Saltbox Antique Shop, and then next to that you can see the Niantic Cinema, a classic old movie theater. Further along Main Street, we see the Gumdrops and Lollipops Candy and Ice Cream Diner, which is mobbed during the summertime. We're going to come down here and turn left and head towards Niantic Bay. We're almost down to the bay, and the feature I really want to focus on is not only the hole-in-the-wall beach, but the Niantic Bay Boardwalk, both of which you can access by going through, literally, a hole in the wall, which is a cut through underneath the Amtrak New York to Boston main line. Here's the hole-in-the-wall beach on the west side of Niantic Bay. That point out there is McCook Point, which is home to a very nice town park. And here's Niantic Bay looking out due south. And in the distance to the east, you can see Millstone Point, the location of the nuclear power station. The 1.1 mile long Niantic Bay Boardwalk is enjoyed year-round by hundreds of people. All along you can find a couple of interesting features. One of them is a number of informational plaques that talk about the history of the area, its geography and wildlife, and so forth. This plaque briefly describes the history of the Niantic Native American people who lived here for hundreds of years, and where the village of Niantic gets its name. There were 40 families here in 1741, and by 1862, only 3 people left. Another feature is about 50 of these benches, which have been donated by individuals in memory or honor of someone. You can sit and rest from your walk, or just come out to enjoy a view of the bay. So I'll bet you didn't know that Jonathan lives here. This is Jonathan Livingston Seagull in the flesh. How about that? Here are plaques which record the dedication of the boardwalk, which happened in 2005. You may be wondering now why it's still called a boardwalk if it's a concrete structure. Before 2000, it was made out of boards, just like the boardwalks you can find in Atlantic City and along the Jersey Shore. But successive hurricanes would destroy it, and it would have to be rebuilt every time. So in 2000, the town created a nonprofit foundation to make the boardwalk a permanent concrete structure, never to be washed away again. On one side is the riprap, which forms the foundation for the Amtrak Railroad, and on the other side, more riprap that keeps the shore of the bay from eroding. About halfway along the boardwalk, and you can see up ahead where the railing and the geography changes, where the riprap gives way to a beach called Cini Beach, spelled C-I-N-I. Here's a closer look of this halfway point where the riprap gives way to a vertical wall. The wall is what provides protection and maintenance of Cini Beach. Also, along the second half of the boardwalk, the foundation has provided another way to memorialize or honor people through the installation of these brass memorial plaques. And last year, I invested in a plaque here in memory of my wife Sally, who passed away in the year 2020. It looks out on the bay where we enjoyed many, many seasons of sailing. I think I mentioned the North and South Forks of Long Island, barely visible from here. And for about 25 years, I've been on a crusade to change that terminology. Long Island does not really have two forks. It has but one fork with two tines, north and south. This crusade has so far met with deafening silence, but I'm going to keep trying. So, 1.1 miles later, here we are at the end of the boardwalk, which terminates at the Amtrak Bridge, spanning the Niantic River, which flows into Niantic Bay. I hope you've enjoyed this brief but spectacular tour of the village of Niantic and its main feature, the Niantic Bay Boardwalk. Hope you can come out and enjoy it.